UK weather update. Let's talk
Good
about
morning.
UK.
As the sun rises over the United Kingdom, many are waking up to a familiar scene. Grey skies and the gentle patter of rain against the window panes. Today, Friday, January the 2nd, 2026, the UK wakes to a damp, dreary start. Streets glisten with overnight rainfall, and umbrellas are already out in force as people begin their day. A slow-moving band of low pressure is sweeping across the country, bringing widespread rain and thick cloud cover. This weather system is lingering, ensuring that most regions will see persistent showers throughout the day. Temperatures are chilly, hovering in the mid-single digits, and the dampness makes it feel even colder. The wind chill adds an extra bite, so it's a day for warm coats, scarves, and perhaps an extra cup of tea to keep the cold at bay. From Scotland to the south coast, few will escape the rain, with the heaviest downpours expected in certain regions. Some areas, particularly in the west and north, could see rainfall totals that may cause localized flooding. Winds are picking up along coastal areas, especially near the English Channel and North Sea, making conditions feel even more unpleasant. Gusts could reach up to 40 miles per hour, whipping up waves and making it hazardous for those near the shore. The ground is already saturated from recent rainfall, increasing the risk of flooding in vulnerable areas. Rivers and streams are running high and low-lying fields are waterlogged, so local authorities are monitoring the situation closely. Today's outlook, unsettled, grey and wet, with little chance of sunshine breaking through the thick clouds. It's a classic British winter's day, where the weather sets the tone for a slower, more cautious pace. Allow extra travel time and be cautious on the roads. Wet surfaces and reduced visibility can make driving and walking more hazardous, so take care whether you're heading to work, school or running errands. We'll keep you updated as the situation develops, bringing you the latest forecasts and any weather warnings. Stay tuned, stay safe, and keep your umbrella handy as we navigate another wet and windy day across the UK. Across the UK, a thick blanket of grey cloud dominates the skies, stretching from the rolling hills of the countryside to the bustling city centres. The atmosphere feels heavy and still, as if the entire nation is wrapped in a damp, grey shroud. The morning light is muted and pale, barely making it through the dense cloud cover. Streets and rooftops glisten with moisture, and the usual brightness of day is replaced by a persistent, subdued gloom that lingers well into the afternoon. In cities like Manchester and Glasgow, streetlights remain lit long after sunrise, their glow reflecting off slick pavements. People hurry along under umbrellas, their footsteps echoing in the quiet, rain-soaked streets. The rain shifts in intensity, sometimes a fine mist, other times a sudden heavy downpour. Water streams along roads and collects in large puddles, while fields in the countryside become saturated and muddy. Urban areas are dotted with pools of standing water, and drains struggle to keep up with the constant flow. The rain is relentless, falling hour after hour with barely a pause. Each new wave of showers arrives before the last has had a chance to drain away, leaving little opportunity for the ground to recover. Weather stations across the country are recording significant rainfall totals, with some areas in the west seeing over 20 millimeters since midnight. Meteorologists warn that these numbers are well above average for this time of year, and more rain is expected in the coming days. Rapid runoff is raising flood risks as rivers swell and drainage systems overflow. In some places, floodwater is already rising near homes and businesses, prompting concern among local residents and emergency services. The persistent heavy rain remains the key concern, prompting weather alerts and flood warnings across the region. Authorities urge the public to stay vigilant, as the situation could worsen if the rain continues. From Cardiff to Edinburgh, life goes on. Umbrellas and waterproofs are everywhere. The rain may be relentless, but it hasn't stopped people from getting on with their daily routines. Across the country, you'll see a sea of colourful umbrellas bobbing through the streets and raincoats of every style and shade. It's a familiar sight and one that speaks to the British ability to adapt to whatever the weather throws their way. People huddle in doorways, dash between showers, and navigate slick pavements with care. Shop awnings and bus shelters become temporary sanctuaries as everyone waits for the next break in the downpour. Children splash through puddles, while adults keep a watchful eye on slippery steps and curbs. The rain brings a sense of camaraderie, as strangers share a knowing smile or a quick word about the weather. Roads are hazardous, with slower traffic and cautious drivers avoiding large puddles. Headlights reflect off the wet tarmac, and windscreen wipers work overtime. Drivers keep their distance, aware that stopping distances are longer and visibility is reduced. Local councils deploy gritters and warning signs, doing their best to keep everyone safe on the move. Public transport faces delays, and train platforms are crowded with commuters seeking shelter. Buses fill up quickly
Let's
to
subscribe.
avoid walking in the rain, and train carriages are packed with damp coats and dripping umbrellas. Transport staff work hard to keep services running, even as the weather causes disruptions and longer waits. Cafes offer a warm refuge, while delivery drivers and postal workers brave the elements in high visibility gear. Inside, the smell of coffee and the sound of rain on the windows create a cozy atmosphere. Outside, essential workers push on, making sure parcels and letters reach their destinations, no matter how wet the day becomes. Parents juggle umbrellas and school bags on the school run, adapting to the wet conditions. Children in wellies and bright raincoats laugh as they dodge puddles, while parents keep a steady hand on both their kids and their umbrellas. The morning routine may take a little longer, but families find ways to make it work. Despite the challenges, there's a sense of resilience as people adjust routines to stay dry and safe. The rain becomes just another part of life, something to be worked around rather than a reason to stop. There's even a sense of pride in managing to carry on, no matter how heavy the downpour. The impact is visible everywhere, from slower commutes to bustling cafes. Streets are busier as people seek shelter, and local businesses see a steady stream of customers looking for warmth and comfort. The rhythm of daily life shifts, but it never stops. British towns are managing the rain with practical spirit and small but important adjustments. Whether it's a change of shoes, a new route to work, or simply sharing a smile with a fellow commuter, these moments show the quiet determination that helps communities weather any storm.
Please subscribe.
A yellow warning for rain is in effect. What does that mean? It's the Met Office's first alert level, signalling possible disruption from heavy rain and localized flooding. Issued after careful analysis, it's a prompt to stay aware and adjust plans if needed. A flood alert, often accompanying a yellow warning, means flooding is possible, especially in low-lying areas. Residents should prepare check flood plans, pack essentials, and monitor river levels online. These alerts are about awareness, not alarm, encouraging simple precautionary steps. Stay informed, reconsider non-essential journeys, and know what to do if water levels rise. The goal, give you time and information to stay safe and minimize disruption. Let's look at the regions under warning. Southwest England, much of Wales and northwest England are set for the heaviest, most persistent rain. Counties like Devon, Cornwall, and areas in south and central Wales face rapid river rises and travel disruption. Northwest England, including Cumbria and Lancashire, is also at risk, with flood defences likely to be tested. The Environment Agency is closely monitoring rivers known for quick responses to heavy rain. These western regions are most vulnerable today, though rain will affect much of the UK. If you're in or travelling through these areas, stay alert to active warnings. With warnings in place, here's how to stay safe. Stay informed via local news, the Met Office and Environment Agency websites for real-time updates. If under a flood alert, review your flood plan. Prepare a grab bag with essentials and move valuables to higher ground. For travel, only go if necessary. Drive slowly, Keep your distance and never attempt to drive through flood.
Let's subscribe.
Even shallow moving water can be dangerous. Check on elderly or vulnerable neighbors to ensure they're safe and informed. Community support is vital during events like this. Simple precautions at home and on the road can make a big difference. Stay prepared, stay cautious, and look out for one another. The unsettled weather will linger, with rain slowly moving east and flood risks shifting. Everyone, not just those in current warning areas, should stay vigilant and check for updates. Warnings may change as the situation evolves, so rely on official sources for the latest information. Staying informed empowers you to make safe decisions for yourself and your family. Know your local risks and what each warning level means. Preparation now can prevent stress and damage later. With the right precautions, today's challenging weather is manageable. Stay tuned for updates, heed advice, and stay safe